All right, let's jump right in. The last few weeks in the world of AI have been, well, an absolute whirlwind. We've had massive announcements from pretty much every major tech company out there. So if you're feeling like it's a lot to keep up with, trust me, you are not alone.
And it all really makes you wonder, right? Is this the year it all goes completely mainstream? Is 2025 the moment AI stops being this cool tech demo you play with and starts, fundamentally changing how we work, how we communicate, and maybe even how we solve some of the world's biggest problems?
Because that's really what this is all about. The world's biggest tech companies just put all their cards on the table. They've shown us their playbooks for what's coming next. So we're going to break down exactly what they announced and, way more importantly, what it all means for you.
So first up, we've got to look at what can only be described as a full-blown AI arms race. Seriously, the competition is heating up and everybody is making a big move.
I mean, just look at the sheer volume of this stuff. In the span of just a few weeks, you've got Google, Microsoft, Apple, and even the telecom giant Deutsche Telekom all rolling out major AI plans. It's this simultaneous push from every corner of the industry. So let's do a quick fire round and see what each one is bringing to the table. First up, Google. At their big conference, they went all in on creative and interactive tools. We're talking huge upgrades to their Gemini app on iOS, this wild new 3D video call tech called Google Beam that's supposed to make it feel like you're right there in the room, and get this, an AI filmmaking app called Flow that can create short videos just from a text prompt. Microsoft, on the other hand, is kind of playing on two different fields at once. On one side, you've got them using AI for good with their AI for Earth program, which, by the way, is now getting used to analyze drone footage to protect endangered giraffes in Africa. And on the other side, they're teaming up with the consulting giant TCS to build these super powerful AI tools for big businesses. It's a really fascinating dual strategy.
So what about Apple? Well, their whole strategy is all about integration. They're weaving AI deeper and deeper into their hardware, especially wearables like the Apple Watch. And their goal seems crystal clear. By partnering with OpenAI for the next version of iOS, they're trying to position their devices to be the best platform for you to experience consumer AI.
And, it's not just the usual suspects. Deutsche Telekom announced a new AI phone, which is cool, but the real story is their RAN Guardian agent. It's an AI that literally watches their 5G network in real time and can fix problems on its own before they even happen. We're talking about AI being built right into the very infrastructure of our world.
Okay, so with all these new corporate playbooks out there, what does it actually mean for us out in the real world? Well, beyond the flashy announcements, these new tools are a classic double-edged sword. They bring both incredible promise and, some serious peril. Let's start with this number. The Allen Institute for AI just got $152 million. And what for? To build open-source AI models specifically for scientific research. The whole point is to speed up discoveries in fields like medicine and biology. This is literally AI in service of humanity's biggest questions.
And here's that promise in action. Remember those giraffes? This isn't just some feel-good headline. This is about using AI to sift through insane amounts of drone and camera footage, helping conservationists track animal migrations and spot poachers with a speed and accuracy that was just impossible a few years ago.
But, and this is a huge but, for all that promise, there's a serious catch. A recent study found that AI image tools consistently rated Black women's hairstyles as less professional than straighter styles. It is a really stark reminder that the exact same technology that can save a species can also be coded with our own harmful human biases.
And that bias? It's just one piece of a much, much bigger ethical puzzle. We are grappling with massive questions across the board. Job displacement is a huge one. What about the privacy and security of all the data these things need? And then there's the big one, accountability. When an AI makes a mistake, who's actually responsible? These are the questions we have to start answering as we look toward the next AI frontier, because the technology isn't slowing down. In fact, it's about to take another giant leap forward. If you look at how this has all evolved, we started with simple text-based chatbots. We've now moved into the era of multimodal models, the ones that can understand text, images, audio, video, all at once. But the next big step on the horizon? That's autonomous agents. So what is an autonomous agent? Well, think of it like this. It's an AI that doesn't just answer your questions, it can actually do complex, multi-step tasks for you. It could manage a project, organize your travel, and make decisions on its own with very little input from you. This is where the whole industry is headed. And you can see this shift happening in the business world too. The whole era of just building a cool AI prototype to show off, that's kind of over. The new focus is all about measurable results, real return on investment, actual efficiency gains, and cutting costs. The hype is finally maturing into a real-world business strategy.
Which brings us to our final thought. After breaking down all the big announcements, the good, the bad, and what's coming next, where does this all leave us?
The key takeaways are pretty clear. First, AI is rapidly becoming more autonomous. Second, it's getting baked right into the hardware and infrastructure we use every single day. And third, governments are definitely taking notice, with things like the EU AI Act trying to set some rules for the road. Because as these systems get better and better at acting on their own and making decisions that affect our lives, our jobs, and our world, we are left with what might be the single most important question of all. Who is ultimately responsible?